Malayalam cinema is now diving into web series also, and they have in them to dominate this space too. How? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince, and today we're talking about the Malayalam web series on JioHotstar called Kerala Crime Files. Season 2 has just dropped. I have already reviewed season 1, you can check it out. But we'll also talk about the advantages Malayalam cinema have to really flourish in web series too. Now the truth is that the web series space has been dominated by Hindi because they did get a big head start when these big OTT players came into India like Netflix and Amazon. They went for the big Hindi stars, the big Hindi directors and writers, and because of the amount of resources and money that was put in, they easily managed to create an ecosystem. And they did that because Hindi is the most spoken language across the country and it has a wider appeal than any other language. And for the OTT platform to make a mark and get most audiences, that's where they focus. But also the other fact is that the South Indian film industries are much more stronger than what we see in Bollywood today. And thus it was easier for them to create an ecosystem there to create web series, get all the talent from Bollywood into that. Because anyways, those talent were not being utilized or getting opportunities making films. And we see the space today. Unless you have a big star or a big film you're making, you're not gonna get a backing. And that's why that talent went to making web series, because they had more freedom there. They could tell different stories, much more grounded, without any star power. And that's what we actually see in the movies in the South Indian cinema, especially Malayalam, where there's no reliance on big actors. You don't need to make pan-Indian projects. You can tell small stories, rooted, grounded, and they still work because the audience are willing to watch it. But now, with the expansion of South Indian cinema across the country, people are watching Tamil and Malayalam films on OTT because they are available to them. The big Telugu films are definitely dominating on the box office, but on OTT, it's the smaller films from Malayalam and Tamil, especially thrillers. And if you look at JioHotstar, they have so many Malayalam thrillers dubbed in different languages for people to watch, and they are very successful. And that's why if you see most thrillers coming from Malayalam, JioHotstar is the one who tries to grab them. So it made sense that when they went to Malayalam to get a web series, they went for a thriller, that to a police procedural, which Malayalam cinema is so good at. They make multiple of them every year. It was a great starting point. Because for the OTT platform, it's a proven concept. The makers in Kerala have the merit and they have delivered multiple times. And the reason why there's a big opportunity in Kerala to make more web series for OTT platforms is point number one, they are very cost effective. Since the OTT bubble has burst, the money has dried up, the platforms have been very careful what to greenlit, what to put in the money in. And Malayalam cinema is known to make their stories in a very small budget but with a big impact. All of which you will see in Kerala Crime Files. Then point number two, you don't need big actors. There's no requirement of stars to really tell a story. Yes, we have very accomplished people in the cast. They are very talented. They have done a lot of work, but you don't consider them stars. You're not paying them half the budget of the production. And thus there's no baggage on the series. You can tell your story with full freedom. And point number three is the quick turnaround. It's not just cost effective, but you can also make it quicker. The work culture is very efficient. And all these points make Kerala very attractive for making more shows. But if you look at creatively, with Kerala Crime Files, the best part is it's not just any police procedural or rehashing or remaking what they've already done before. Yes, the OTT platforms are coming to them because they want something that has already worked before. But the makers of the show are not making it to cater to an audience of what they want. They are still telling a story that they want to tell. Both seasons of Kerala Crime Files, without spoilers, are very non-traditional stories. It's not about a mystery which has to be solved and by the end the culprit is caught. End of the story. No, not at all. Both seasons actually have very challenging concepts. The cases we have seen in both seasons, it's very hard for the police to really find the culprit. These are not very straightforward narratives. There are multiple angles to it. A lot is happening in the grey area, and through that it's also a social commentary. The stories have a very grounded nature. We get to see an authentic procedure of how police works. How do you catch someone who has no identity? How do you bring someone to justice when there is no evidence? So it's not just about the thrill of watching the investigation unfold, but it's also making you think. It's also making you wonder how to go about it. In a philosophical way, the shows have an open ending, and that's why both the seasons of Kerala Crime Files stands out. Today, it's a level playing field. It's a Malayalam series coming from a small industry, but it's still technically equipped. They have the best equipment, best technicians, best talents working on it. And at no point it's below a film because it's a web series. That era has gone by. It looks like a A-grade piece of media. Now, because it's an investigation thriller, there's a lot of talking and it does get very dialogue heavy, especially if you're watching in the original language, don't know that, and you're reading the subtitles. But the best thing is, Because it's on OTT platform, it's available with 5 different language dubs, which are really well done. So whichever language you feel comfortable, you can watch the show in that. And I think the length of both the seasons also matter because it's very short. There are 6 episodes each, almost half an hour long, and you can actually complete each of them in 3 hours. That makes it more accessible for people to come and watch and understand if it works for them or not. It's not that they have to sit and watch 10 hours of it to really see if it's working for them or not. So the barrier to entry is quite low. A murder mystery, a thriller show is really big. A lot of people want to watch such things, and as more people watch these shows, what it does is they will go and watch more films with these actors. They'll get familiar with them, and that is gonna give more exposure to Malayalam cinema, thus creating more opportunities for everyone involved, creating another market for Malayalam content. There'll be more people in Kerala getting more opportunities to tell stories. The timing couldn't be better, and I hope we get more such shows. I actually watched the whole show live on the React channel with the viewers. It was really fun going through each episode, talking about it. A police procedural by Malayalam cinema is a different gravy, just like this one, which was unexpected. Check out my round review here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you next time.